नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका इंडिया टीवी वायरल में और मैं हूं आपके साथ विशाखा अग्निहोत्री। आज हम मौजूद हैं आर्टिस्ट्री इंटरनेशनल आर्ट फेस्टिवल में और हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं मैरी इलांगोवन, जो कि एक भरतनाट्यम डांसर हैं। Hello and welcome to India TV Viral. Why you wanted to be a Bharatanatyam dancer and when was the time that you decided to relocate to India?
I did not really plan actually things out beyond a certain point. So I have always been fascinated by Indian arts, especially the sculptures. I was very, very fascinated by Indian sculptures and the landscapes also, and all the colors and all that. That serenity, that that it's very mystical for a person coming from abroad when you look at reports on India and all what comes through the photographies and all. So it was like it was a fascination. See, it is like something which was appealing to me, and I could not really understand why I had this fascination, but I was very, very fascinated. At college, I was doing a course as a art student. So there we were exposed to all, culture, all different cultures, and we were studying various art forms and all that. And I had an uncle who had traveled to India. So, and I used to, interact with him a lot about the customs and his impressions and all. So I had this wish that I'll be traveling to India, like in the near future, I really wanted to travel to India. I had this intention to do so. A student at University de Montréal, I'm taking it in French, and I was studying religious studies there, and I had a lot of free time, so I used to go to the libraries. There was a nice collections of videos and books and everything, so I used to watch those Indian dance videos, and I came across out of curiosity, just like, just looking at few, DVDs which were available and all. We had those things, we have to take the DVDs and we, put the headphone and we go into a small kind of a cabin and then we watch the movie. That was the old style, before the internet and all that. So I witnessed at that time a Bharatanatyam performance, which I didn't know it was called Bharatanatyam because it is Indian classical dance. That was enough for me, and then the name, I took few days, to learn the name. That was a difficult name. But I saw that dance, and it was a woman. She was wearing red saris with all the ornaments, traditional ornaments. And she was dancing in a temple background, in a temple background, and it was all very illuminated, and the golden light was there, and that the expression of that woman's and the beauty of the art form, the devotional aspect, and everything. I just simply fell in love with that, as if it is something like coming out of a dream for me. Okay. Because I've never heard of this dance form before that. So following that, I read books about all the great Indian dancers, the pioneer ones, those who took the art, at the international level and all. Yeah, I started reading about them as well. So subsequently, I wanted to enroll into dance class in Montreal. So I searched for Bharatanatyam classes and all, and I found that in the Indian community there were some gurus who were teaching. I in fact met my guru in Montreal. So he was traveling. He was a very eminent guru, and he was traveling to Montreal to teach students there. Of Bharatanatyam. He was invited by the Indian communities and cultural associations there, and he used to come there to teach Bharatanatyam, and I was introduced to him in Montreal, and I started also learning from him in Montreal. So my journey to India was a very unplanned one, and the beauty is that my guru actually came to me in my own country. And I fell in love with the guru as much as I fell in love with the dance style initially. So I had a dream to learn from him, and when he agreed to take me under his guidance and tutelage and all, and advised me to come to India, then I made this jump as to, now I told my parents that I seriously want to try to learn this art form. And it was at the really level of the dream, because I wasn't sure I'll be able to fulfill that, because it was something.
So it was your dream?
It was really a dream. And because I was not, no string attached. I was young, I was not married, and so I thought, no, it's a time for me. So you had the freedom to. Yeah, and I had the good wishes of my parents. Also respected my choice. Many people did not understand what was that choice, because for them it was a very strange thing. One, going to India. Second, to learn the dance form, and they did not know about the dance form also. I learned a few years from my guru, and then I did a formal graduation into classical dance.
You teach students, or like you have you ever thought of making it your profession, or something from
that
which you can
also
earn money also?
Yeah, that came to me. That's a good question. That came to me actually also very naturally. And then after that, then the next question was that, hey, I have a daughter. Would you teach her Bharatanatyam? And I was like, will I teach her Bharatanatyam? I mean, I didn't plan.
You never thought of it. Yeah.
I didn't plan as such. Like,
so you never thought of making money out of it, but it came to you naturally.
It came, yeah. It was not like, it was not a really, it was like, I mean, even from that, before I shifted to my own flat, and then where I'm actually conducting classes right now. I mean, at the present, since 25 years. Yeah, since 25 years I'm conducting classes at my own house.
Like that now India is more towards digital media and entrepreneurship, and everything is on digital. So artists have taken a step back. Like, so what message would you like to give to the young generation who do have the desire to be a dancer?
See, I think that one is that one has to really believe in something that one wants to do, and sometime I do believe that becoming an artist is actually choiceless. It's like, if you want to, if you're a writer and you think I will become a writer and make money, it doesn't happen. You're first a writer and then you make money, or you're first a painter and then you make money, or you're first a dancer then you make money. So I think it's something which is within you, and so saying that, there is a requirement of earning money. That's why the young people and all, they don't think of art as a profession so much as other streams, as you mentioned. That's absolutely right. Nevertheless, I feel that there's always a place for everything, and one could be a professional and also pursue even dance, music, or painting as a passion, or whatever call it. I mean, it's the love. It's something which is very important. It doesn't need to be, let's say, lucrative. Not in the initial years, maybe. Okay, because it could become into a full-fledged career, which would be also, which one could also be earning out of the heart, which is something great. But it should not. The fact that it might be a little difficult to initially, come up and earn money out of it. It should not be something which would be stopping them from nurturing their interest and progressing into that directions.
So your message is that if we want to do something, irrespective of what is happening around or where the country is moving, we should really believe that yes, this is what we want to do, and this is something that we should pursue. Yeah. So according to you, it is the heart that is important.
Yeah, it's because it's like a meditation. You see, we do a lot of things, the social media, this thing, that thing, that project you outside yourself. We see what others are doing, this thing, that thing, comparison, competition.
So believing in ourselves.
So you have to have something which is of your, like, the dancers, for them dance is a meditation. The musicians, music is a meditation. Those who do painting, they also get absorbed into the colors and into the forms and all the shapes. So we need that. As a human being, we need that. No matter how much this country progresses or become advanced, from the point of view of technology, one needs that, to have something which is like a meditation, which you can connect,
which you can really connect to.
Yeah, with yourself. So it doesn't really matter if one is able to do it as a profession, in the sense that it becomes a lucrative thing. Means, despite if you can do it, nothing like that. If one is able to do it, nothing like that. But one has to first believe that this is part of my life. So I tell my students also, they might become doctor, engineer and all, but I says, you'll always have 2-3 hours a week for dancing, because this is a time which you are with yourself, right? You do so many things, for the world, for earning money, for the society. But you need that time where you can, rejuvenate and be in harmony with yourself. And art is only able to give you that.
It was great talking to you, Mrs. Mary.